So I have a triangle ABC. We want to rotate it 180 degrees about the origin. So remember 180 degrees. If you want to try to picture it, it says about the origin. So that means the origin is going to be the center. So if you think about each of these points connected to the origin, and that means you're going to swing it around 180 degrees. And so that's going to bring it like over here. That's about halfway around. So that means this point's going to be out here somewhere. If you want to try to visualize it like that. I'm going to go ahead. Remember, also another thing you could do is you can get some patty paper or just any tracing paper. Remember, if you're doing a computer one, you could always turn the brightness up on the screen and trace it. I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of this and see if I could make patty paper. Pretend like I'm using patty paper. Okay, I'm going to make one over here and see if this will work out for us. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pretend like I have a piece of patty paper. I'm not sure if this is going to work out. So I have, remember when you put patty paper on here, you have to lay it right on top. And remember, you have to find the origin. You have to trace the X and Y axis, and you have to be super neat because otherwise things are not going to work out evenly. And then I have my figure on here. Okay. So here is my drawing. I want to go 180 degrees. So that means it doesn't matter which way I go because 180 is halfway around. So if I start spinning this, when I land, that is going to be my 100 and that's going to be my 90 degrees, and I have to keep going. Another one. Okay, and I'm going to have to scoot this over because remember we want to have it line up. Kind of spin it a little bit more. Spin it a little bit more. Got to get the XY axis to line up right on top of each other. Oh my gosh. There it is. Oh, there. Right there. I just did it. Okay, I did it all except for that one line that did not even spin around. This guy's supposed to be over here, right? Okay, so it's going to look like that. So here's what he's going to look like spun around. Now, obviously, if you have patty paper, that's going to work out better for you. So our points are going to be here and here and here. So this point is going to be, you see how it's spun halfway around? So then you could find the coordinates of your points. So if I wanted to know the coordinates of this point down here, that's going to be 0, -4. This point over here is going to be 0, -1, and this point over here is going to be -5, -1. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all this. Because I'm going to show you how to use the formula instead. Okay, so instead you can just use the formula also. So we know the formula for 180 degrees is going to be taking our XY and just converting it into -X, -Y. So we keep everything the same. We just change the signs of both of these. Now remember, if they were negative, they become positive. If they are positive, they're going to become negative. That's what -X means. So you can just take each one of your points. So this is the point 5, 1. So if I wanted to convert 5, 1, I would just change the sign of both of them. So it'd be a -5, -1. So I can go back -5, -1 and put my point right there. And that would be my new B prime. If I wanted to change A, so A right now is at this point here. Pink is at 0, 1. So if I want to change the sign, then the changing the sign of 0 is still 0. Changing the sign of positive 1 is going to be negative 1. So it's going to be at 0, negative 1. So that's right there. That's my new A prime. And my last point is up here. So that's at 0, comma 4. So if I want to change 0, 4, remember, change the sign, change the sign. So it's going to be 0, comma negative 4. So 0, negative 4. So it's going to bring our triangle right down here. Remember, draw him, make sure he's the same size and shape. Well, mine's kind of ugly because I'm writing on screen, but that's where he's going to be. So it says draw the resulting image. Did it. You should label it like I did. What are the coordinates of A prime? So in order to answer this question, I would look for A prime, which is just going to be 0, comma negative 1. Make sure you're doing the practice problems on the right. Check your understanding.